Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. This is Dylan with Tucson Future Classics, and that is our 1997 Toyota RAV4. Today is going to be a fun one. This is a first generation RAV4 in the press car spec, purple over purple with black cladding, which I think is about the coolest these fun little things can look. And fun is kind of the name of the game with this. Toyota's RAV4 was one of the very first compact crossover SUVs and kind of defined what was known in the 90s as the cute ute segment. Smaller, more fun-oriented SUVs as opposed to the big, ponderous off-roaders. This has got the all-wheel drive, the really good ground clearance, and the skid plate. So if you want to go, do some trail running or dune bashing, it can absolutely do that. But kind of levity and fun was the name of the game in this thing. The interior is super modular. It's got the patterned purple color matched interior, which is really, really fun. With the all-wheel drive system, the overdrive 4-speed automatic trans, and the utterly bulletproof 3SFE engine in it, it's a 2-liter 4-cylinder. It makes a storming 119 horsepower when new, but it's the same powertrain you will find in every automotive cockroach that is the 1990s Camrys. So they're notoriously reliable, and this one has actually had some of its major services done in the last 4 years. Timing belt, water pump, all that big important stuff up front was done in 2020, about 10,000 miles ago. We did a bunch of suspension work on this, as well as, oil change, transmission fluid, all the kind of preventative maintenance stuff that you would want taken care of before you, take ownership of a new vehicle. The outside looks great. The inside is honestly way, way too clean. And a note to any of you that end up buying this, whomever you may be, if you do not immediately get the vanity plate Nurple, I will be disappointed in you. But enough of that. Let's get under the hood, in the back, and out for a spin. Take you up under the engine bay, and I'll leave this idling so you can hear this little 4-cylinder humming right along. But this is a really clean engine bay, especially for its age. Nice to see no real leaks or drips or weeps that you'd expect from a 170,000 mile motor. And this being 90s Toyota, they kept everything really simple under here. I mean, you've got your brake fluid reservoir back here, coolant expansion tank right here. You check your transmission fluid level here, engine oil there. There's your oil filter right there. If you need to change the starter, you go in from the top. That's it right there. And then just moving over, this is a cool thing that I've only ever seen on Toyotas of this vintage. That dipstick is for your windshield washer fluid level. New battery here in the back. You got power steering reservoir here. And even this thing has been loved because that is a coolant flush kit installed in it. So someone clearly actually did the coolant flushes, the fluid and filter changes and stuff throughout the life of this. And one other nice thing I love to see on these Toyotas is not only all the original markings from OEM stuff, but these real glass headlights that still have the spirit level in them for adjusting the headlight beam so they point just the right height. It's really nice under here, and it shows that some attention to detail and some care has been shown this vehicle over its life. Back of the RAV4, this is a swing gate rear, and it's got a full-size spare, which I did just pressurize up to 34 PSI, so that's good to go for you. Pull the handle, whole thing swings wide open into a pretty good-sized rear cargo area. Now this is a solid load floor, nothing hiding under there, but over here on the sides you've got little storage cubbies. This one actually has the tire iron and the jacking hardware. The actual scissor jack itself is up under the passenger seat, which I'll show you a little bit later here. Over on this other side you've got another storage cubby. This one is empty. And as I get these little feet lined back up one-handed, lock it back into place, these back seats flip, fold, and lay flat backwards like a bed. It's really cool. So I'm going to pause the video here and start setting these up for you. All right, so this is a bit of a two-handed endeavor, so excuse the shaky cam, but here on the back seats, pull this lever if you want to. That controls the recline, so you can lay both of these completely, well, very nearly completely flat back. And they're actually, jumping in the back here, pretty comfy. Like, you kick the front seats forward and you can stretch way out in here. Even, actually, I'll just do this. See all the way up there? Not a bad place to be. Now I'll show you how they flip forward and make even more room. Instead of chilling in the back seat, let's say you need to fit some big stuff in here. Stand the seats up, take this guy, push in, take the headrest completely out. I'll set it aside for now, we'll come back to that. These come completely down, the seat pivots forward, and then this strap built into it here locks into this little D-ring like that. Take your headrest, lock it back in there, and now you can have your seats set up with a ton of storage. I'll do the other one to give you a better idea of size. Now with both of them flipped up, you have a big cargo area back here that has a reinforced hardened rubber back, so you can fit some pretty big stuff. Like, this is definitely big enough to swallow a bunch of boxes, washing machine, dishwasher, even like a small fridge. You can fit a ton of stuff back here. And even cooler, these front seats are all the way back, so you don't sacrifice front leg room or recline to fit all that extra stuff in the back. Very useful little vehicle. Coming into the back seat of the RAV4, I'll show you all like 3 of your amenities. You get power window, basket, and because it's the 90s, ashtray. But I'll climb on in here quick and show you. Interior's in great shape. These foam seats are really squishy. And like I said, these recline so you can dial your comfort in even more. But I'm 6'1", 270 pounds, and this is like a normal person passenger seat. I've got good knee room. I'll spin the camera around and show you, like, I'm not small, but good gut room, good knee room, and if I want to, I can pull that handle and recline this thing even further back if there's no cargo behind me. Now, spinning it around again, this is my driver's seat all the way back and leaned so I can film. Let's say you got the worst case scenario going on. 2 big, one behind the other. My knees straddle the seat, but I'm not uncomfortable, and I've got a ton of headroom here. So again, if there's nothing behind me, I can always just go into cool guy mode. Another fun thing that if you're not of a certain age, you might not know, this antenna manually retracts in so you don't like rip it off if you're going through car washes and stuff. Or if you want to be in stealth mode. Safe for car washes, stealth mode. Now you can get radio from anywhere on that big antenna. I just want to show you guys, knock that back the last little bit. Up under the passenger seat here is where the scissor jack is. All right, up here in the driver's seat, let's get the AC going and show you all around. Fires up. Give myself a little cool air. So, both driver and passenger doors have little door pockets here. Power windows, power mirrors, power door locks. Up on the wheel, nothing, just a steering wheel. You do get a dinky little horn and an airbag for safety. This is your cruise control here. Really simple gauge cluster, speedo, tachometer, temperature, fuel. It's all you need to know with this thing. Headlights and turn signals are on this side. Wipers and sprayers are on this side. Here in the middle, simplest HVAC you'll ever run into. Where you want it, how hard you want it, and how hot you want it. Down here, this is one button you might not be familiar with. ECT is for the electronically controlled transmission. Normal is for like a bit more fuel economy biased or around town. But if you push it in, you get power mode, which just holds the revs a little bit longer and gives you a little bit crisper shifts for a more performative driving experience. Hazard lights and defrosts here. Now, onto the original stereo in this thing, which, one, sounds really good, and two, everything still works, which is uncommon. So you've got FM, AM, cassette tape, and down here below, CD. And let's see what track I got on. Cake, always good. And if you can't tell, it's got pretty good bass to it too. So there's all of your infotainment as it is. Down here you got yourself a whole nother ashtray because it's the 90s in case you want to smoke. Toyota's got you covered. Shifter here, usual thing, your Prindle, just like you'd expect, with an overdrive off here if you're going up or down particularly steep grades and need it to not be in overdrive, hold a little bit higher revs. Bolt action, mechanical parking brake down here, coin slots, just in case. Little place for putting, you know, kind of whatever you want. You get your one cup holder right here. Pretty decent size, so it can hold a big cup, but you just get the one. And then over here on the passenger side, decent sized glove box, my dealer plate, some detailing rags and some other paperwork is in here, but this is easily a half-arm glove box for storing stuff. As you move up above, this does have the sunroof, so not only does it just tilt to vent, but you put that back, you hold slide, and it retracts fully, and the little wind deflector still comes up, so, you know, woo, you can get a little extra ventilation, stick cameras out the sunroof if you're driving somewhere particularly scenic, you know, do whatever it is you'll want to do. But that's enough for a pretty minimalist interior. Let's get this thing out for a drive. Coming down into the enclosed portion of the parking garage here, just take a listen as we go through, you know, listen for brake noise, suspension noise, that kind of stuff. I've got every window and the sunroof open, so all the sounds that can get in here will get in. But for 173,000 miles, this thing is remarkably good. You got a little bit of body rattle coming from the back because that big one-piece hatch out back with the tire bolted to it rattles a little, but these are fun. They're fun to drive. I mean, they were far from fast, don't get me wrong, but like the engine noise is just really entertaining. And hit the brakes a little bit harder there. Yeah, no squeaks, no clunks, nothing bad. Let's get out of this parking garage and get out on the main roads. There we go, windows shut, AC running. Get you out right away, put you on the tram tracks. This is pretty broken up concrete, so if it was gonna make any ugly noises, you'd hear them. But while we make our way over to the interstate, I'll give you a quick pause. All right, we're in power mode. Getting up onto the interstate here. There we go. As the revs build, she speeds up. That little Toyota 4-banger just working hard, man. It's a great sound to hear. But put us up to the usual, like, West Coast cruising speeds. Knock it back into normal. And AC set. Or cruise control set. And on. And these, you just bump it up once and it'll move up 1 mile an hour at a time. But over some broken interstate pavement, there is cruise set at 75. Sitting here at just under 3,000 RPM, holding steady, and a little bit loud in here, but that's to be expected from a big open fishbowl like this. I mean, look at everything back there, just wide open. One of the best things about these is just how good of visibility you have through here. Like, blind spots, ain't got to worry about those. But yeah, and it'll just sit here. I mean, it's a Toyota, so it'll sit here forever. and just hum right along, take you down the highway. Taking you all into a little neighborhood here with some really, really rough pavement. Want to show you kind of the worst case scenario for, noise, vibration, and harshness. Let you hear everything kind of rattling around in here. Most notably is that big back swing out door. Because it is hinged sideways, they tend to rattle more than a uplifting like tailgate or back hatch. But even over really broken up pavement, nothing out of sorts. Even here's a big pothole. Bump, bump. Soaks it right up. Doesn't really care. No real ugly noises from the suspension either way. And got a little treat for you guys, so hang tight while I pause. Now, I don't really have any access to some hardcore off-road terrain or trails without doing some light trespassing, but I have got a dirt and gravel alleyway, which will take you through, just give you a little bit of a taste. A little bit rougher up here, so we'll go bomb through some of these bumps, and right back out. Handles the dirt pretty good. Back at the yard and wrapping everything up on our purple nurple 97 RAV4. This thing is just a box of laughs to drive. I mean, it looks really cool. The sound system is surprisingly punchy. The visibility is great. And as I was driving it, it occurred to me, this is a classic car now. You can get copper plates on this. You can get cheaper classic car insurance and registration on this thing. It's a super fun vehicle that, what a great summer bop around car. And if you want to make an appointment to see this, all of our contact information will be linked in the description below. And our phone number is going to be up on screen in just a second too. But as always, I've been Dylan. I'll see you soon.